Welcome back to another episode of Eating for Abs. This is week 3. It didn't go too badly this week. I think I had less snacks than I have in the previous weeks. I did, however, feel kind of bad, I guess, about eating a cookie. Like, not as in like, oh, I felt guilty for it. Like, I felt like disappointed in myself for eating it.
Put that cookie down now!
Because, you know, the week before didn't go as smoothly, so I did want to try and do better this week. And then when I had the cookie, I was a bit like, you let yourself down a little bit, which I think is kind of weird to think about, because it's a cookie. It's a cookie. I think once I do get to that stage where I do have like more visible abs, I have like a lower percent body fat, I am gonna like stop and think, is this a sustainable lifestyle, or am I going to be a bit miserable because I feel slightly bad about eating a cookie? But that's all for far down the road, because we're not near that yet. Next week I'm going to retake my body fat percentage and see where we're at, just because I think it would be a good idea to do it sort of every 4 weeks or so, just to see if there is like a decrease in the measurement, and like have that alongside the videos that I'm taking every week, and like in comparison with sort of where my weight is on the scale, whether or not that's going down or going up or staying the same, sort of seeing how that goes. Yeah, I think that's it, so let's get into it. My weight this week came in at 63.4, which is up ever so slightly from last week. Here's the physique videos. I'm still trying to remember what I'm calling them. I think I can see a little bit more definition, but it's still kind of squishy, a little bit doughy, but it's getting there. This is what I'm eating this week. I don't think I actually ended up eating everything there, but here is all of my food that I got myself this week. I don't know if you can see there, but I got myself mochi at Lidl because they're having their Asian week, and these things did not last long. Me and my partner went through those super quick, so I got the matcha ones and the red bean. I think the matcha was probably my favorite, but I do like red bean. Before I meal prepped, it was time to go to the gym, and it was back and biceps day, so I was starting off with some negative pull-ups. I've managed to do 1 pull-up, and I am so determined to be able to do it again. I feel like it was such a fluke, and I'm so mad about it. So I've been really working on trying to increase my strength in my back and my biceps. So I started off with the negative pull-ups, then I went into some barbell rows. I've slowly been able to increase my weight on here as well, and then I've gone for some lat pull downs, again going as heavy as I can for as many reps as I can, doing a drop set, and then at the end I finished it up with these much lighter weights, but I'm holding it for a 3-4 count and then really slowly letting it go, and hoping this is going to help improve my strength. Before we get into the meal prep, can we take a second to appreciate the very even third split of these macros? It was not absolutely up to my calories, so I had a little bit of wiggle room, which was quite nice, which meant I could have like a protein shake or whatever as a little extra. So I started preparing my fajita chicken bowl. So I've gone in with like the smoky tomato paste, the chipotle paste, and this is my first time really having sweet potato as a meal prep, and I'm not sure how I felt about it, to be honest. Like initially I really liked it, and then as the week went on, I was just a bit like, I'm over this. So I'm going to try having sweet potato again next week, but I don't think I'm going to have it for lunch. I think I'm going to try and do it fresh each day, or like just cook 1 sweet potato, have like half of that each day, and then cook another one fresh the next like day, if that makes sense. Also, can we appreciate the size of these sweet potatoes? These were absolutely huge. Like I couldn't even use all of them. There was just so much. So definitely a lot of bang for your buck there, I would say. So I just decided to slice them into wedges, and I put a little bit of garlic oil and then just salt on top of them. I didn't want to go super crazy with the seasoning because the fajita chicken already had quite a lot of seasoning, so I didn't feel there was much need. I was just like, I'll just have the natural sweet potato flavor. So yeah, I just roasted them in the oven until they were a little bit crispy, but the crispiness unfortunately did not last, which was kind of a bummer, but there you go. Here's how it turned out at work. So I would just heat it up in the microwave. The chicken actually stayed really good the whole way through the week, which was nice. And then I would have it with some chopped like plum tomatoes, baby plum tomatoes, some chunky guac, and coriander that I just like chopped up, and then I would squeeze a little bit of lime over the top, which really added to the flavor, I think. So I would give it like, I don't know, a 6 out of 10, I guess. It definitely wasn't as good as the Mapo tofu that I made for dinner, but still a pretty solid lunch. I've never made Mapo tofu before, so this was a first for me, but I've heard really good things about it, and I've seen a few recipes, so I was like, okay, well, we'll give it a whirl and see how it goes. But I think I should probably call it Mapo tofu adjacent or inspired, because apparently for it to be Mapo tofu, there has to be like the fermented bean paste, which I didn't have. So I kind of just threw whatever we had in the cupboard at it and hoped for the best. But to be fair, it turned out really, really well, especially for it not having the same amount of oil that's usually used in like restaurant style Mapo tofu. Yeah, it's definitely a favorite, and it kept surprisingly well in the freezer, which was really nice. I think I still have like one portion left, so I will be saving that if I ever cannot be bothered or I just want to change from what I'm eating. It was pretty easy to cook as well, actually. I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult, but no, this is definitely like a throw everything in a pot and go. Although that being said, obviously I've never tasted the restaurant or authentic version, so maybe this tastes absolutely nothing like it should, but I enjoyed it anyway. Unfortunately, my phone ran out of storage space just as I was about to put the tofu in, so it has not recorded that. So yeah, that was a little bit annoying. So instead, please enjoy this footage of Nandor dreaming while he fell asleep on my lap while I was waiting for dinner. Instead of having the Mapo tofu with rice, I had it with konjac rice, and it was really, really nice, actually. Like, the cooking instructions said you could either boil it on the stove or fry it, so I decided to fry it with a little bit of sesame oil, and it turned out really, really well. Like, I would absolutely have that as a replacement for rice if I ever needed to have, like, slightly lower calories. And I had it with some nori as well, and it was yummy. Breakfast was the ham and egg salad sandwich with the jalapeno hummus. I really, really enjoyed this. It kept me full for a really long time. Like, I could have this and then not really want to eat anything until sort of just before lunchtime, and then I could wait like 20 minutes for my lunch, which was absolutely fine. For snacks, I had these little plums, which were really good, actually. I think those are in season at the moment. And I had these little ready cooked chicken breasts, which were okay. I had my protein shake, and I had a little tub of raisins. And then when I came home, my partner really wanted katsu curry, so he made a portion for both of us. And yes, there is cheese on that. Don't come for me. It's delicious. I was so excited to eat this. I couldn't even wait to get like a nice recording of it. I was just chowing down straight away. Baby, buddy, stop. Can I have my glasses, please? Thank you. It is 4:24. I don't know if you can see it. And we're getting ready to go to the gym. I think I'm probably just gonna do some ab work and some stretching and get my steps in, because my whole like gym routine went out the window yesterday because there was an alarm going off from I think like 18 minutes past midnight, and it did not stop until I left for work at like 20 past 7 yesterday morning. So we did not get a huge amount of sleep. So we're going today to kind of like make up a little bit, but I'm not expecting like insaneness. I decided to treat myself at work today with a toffee crisp. I haven't actually really had one of these before. It was okay. It wasn't amazing, but you know, it was nice. And then we had to go and do laundry after work, so I didn't have a chance to do my usual dinner, so this was dinner instead.